Hey friends, it's Sketchy. One of my fans named Gwen asked me to draw a labradoodle. What's a labradoodle? Well, it's a dog that's a mix between a Labrador and a poodle. The hair on a labradoodle is super soft and curly, and oftentimes the eyebrows cover their eyes. They're super cute. Let's draw one together. I've got some reference here, and you can see, look at this cute little expression. Big eyebrows. You see those big eyebrows? And it looks like they have a little mustache. This big mustache here. Anytime you draw, you want to break down your reference into basic shapes. It's really challenging to draw all the details right off the start. So break it down into basic shapes. And what I see here is I see one big circle right here. And then another circle right here, kind of an egg shape. So it's a little bit narrow at the top, and then there's a big round circle here, and it overlaps. So first I'm gonna draw this big shape, and then this second shape for the snout. So I'm gonna draw one big circle. This is his head. And then you can see that if this were to come through, it'd be where the mouth is, this circle. So this is kind of be where the mouth is. If I were to divide this circle in half, this would be the halfway point. You can see that the egg shape comes right up there. So if I were to divide this in half, the egg shape would be kind of like this. And the bottom would come about like right here. Do you see how I'm measuring this? And then this circle is not quite as wide as the head. So it's about like this and about like this. So let's connect all the dots by making a circle first. There we go. It's a little bit more circular. And I press down harder when I like it, and then it kind of comes up like this. All right? If I were to draw this circle here, you would see that the nose, the bottom of the nose is slightly below the center line. So about like right here. This puppy is turned so it faces this way just a little bit. So, and I've drawn this circle so he's looking straight at me. And that's okay because I can look at him and know what's really going on. So I'll draw the center line right like this. And I'm gonna draw his eyes. Like here's an eye here, and here's an eye here. And they look like circles. I'll draw them the same size. And you can see these big teardrop shapes for his eyebrows. And they come way down. Look at this, all the way to the edge of his face. So I'm just gonna draw in just the basic shape of this eyebrow. And the same thing on this side. Kind of sad looking shape. And then this big, almost like a comma shape. Now let's draw his nose. So we know what the bottom of the nose is like right here. Let's kind of measure between here and here. Almost halfway between here and here. Almost halfway. So here and here. Almost halfway. And we have a little curve. And if you draw the nose too small or too big, don't worry about it. It's just gonna change it a little bit and make it cuter. And then the bottom of the nose is down here, so I'm going to draw kind of like a Superman shape. Now there's a top of his nose, and then this is the face of the nose, the front of the nose and the top of the nose. So it looks like this. This is the face of the nose, and this is the top part. And then he's got two nostrils. See how they look. They look a little bit like that to me. Try to make them the same size. Like that. Then he has, looks like a little mustache. Let's look in the basic shape. So they come out flattish, curve like this, and this one curves like this. And then it comes up, comes up. Notice how the fur radiates from the nose. See how the direction of the fur radiates from the nose? Even down here on the chin, up between the eyes, and then they're longer above the eyes. And then you've got a little bit of hair. See this right here? Now I'm gonna draw the head just a little bit. Looks like I need to draw the head a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm gonna draw his ear. It's a very simple shape right here. So about, let's see where his eyes are. So it's above his eye line. So above his eye line right here. Gonna come out, and then curve down, and then it's gonna tuck in about where his snout meets his head, like right here. Look at the other side here. From right here, it looks like it comes out flat and then it curves down. Comes out flat and it curves down. Flat, curves down, and then it tucks right back up. See, I'm just doing the basic shapes, and you can see it all come together now. Now let's add a little bit of detail. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give the eyes some expression. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna see there's a little bit of a slant right here, and if I just kind of slant that like this, keep the eyes really big, and then I'm gonna taper it a little bit on this side. So I'm gonna bring it out just a little bit. The eyes are super, super dark, but you can see a little shiny spot right here. And it looks like there's actually maybe a person or something. There's a person standing in front of a window. We can do the same thing as the other side. Person standing in a window, and this is the reflection. You can see the hair kind of, you can see the hair is over the eye just a little bit. So let's make sure that's really easy to see. And we'll change the shape of this eye. Taper it just a little bit on the edge, this corner of his eye here. Inside the eye is a circle. So what we're drawing here on the outside is like his eyelids, just around his eyeball, and his eyeball is right here. So make it a circle. And to make a good circle, don't use your wrist or your fingers. Use your arm or shoulder. And I'm gonna darken this in really, really good. Let's finish his eyes. Let's draw a pupil, a big pupil, in the center of this circle. Now I'm gonna darken it in really well. Now, iris is really dark too. You can barely tell the difference. So I'm gonna just be a little bit lighter. Than the pupil. Dark at the top, lighter at the bottom. Darker at the top again. Lighter at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Now let's draw some of these hairlines. So I'm gonna draw the major ones here, here, here. When you draw hair, you really don't want to draw every hair, otherwise it just looks like a scribble. Hair often comes in little clumps. And so when you draw it in little clumps together, it starts to make sense. Like, here's a little clump here, and then it tends to meet. Not a lot of contrast in the lines on his snout, but I know, so I'm gonna draw it very, very lightly, this radiating fur. And as I get closer to the bottom, I'm gonna press a little bit harder. Radiating from that nose. The shadow underneath his upper lip is what creates those little fur shapes. So what I'll do is I'll start from the bottom and darken it and then lighten my pencil up when I get closer to the nose. What that does is it makes it look like, instead of drawing the fur, I'm actually drawing the shadows between the fur. And then I'll draw the chin here. Radiating. And looks too uniform right now. So I've got to just kind of random, just change the angle of my hand a little bit. And put a little bit more pressure down where there would be more of a shadow at the bottom of that chin, and leaving it light up here. So even though it's fur, we still see a light and a shadowy part. We'll do the same thing with his snout. So we're gonna have more of a shadow here. I'm kind of going zigzaggy a little bit because hair grows kind of randomly like that. It doesn't always grow really perfectly symmetrical. Now I'm gonna draw his nose. His nose and his eyes are super, super dark. And the darkest part of his nose will be his nostrils. So it's darken in the nostrils, really dark. That gives us our baseline value. Like his pupils. To make it really dark, I'm going to move my pencil up and down, sideways, and circular. And then he's got highlights at the bottom of his pupils, or his nostrils, like here and here. So we'll make sure we keep those really light. And then the very, very top of his nose. But this part is really dark. So let's darken. I'm going to turn my paper so it's a little bit easier for me to draw. As I get to those highlights that I know, I'm going to leave them alone. And I know it's going to get lighter right here. Top of his nose. It's lightest right here on the tip. I'll leave that really, really light and then darken in these corners. super shiny. Let's finish this eyebrow. See how it's darker right here? Because this big eyebrow is casting a shadow. So I'm just going to put more lines in that shadow area. And my lines are going to follow the contour of the hair. And I'm going to put more lines where it's shadowy. Lots of lines where I want to darken up these dark areas. You can see I'm not actually trying to draw exactly what I see. I'm using the reference to help me understand what I'm drawing, but I'm not trying to copy it. You can see there's a shadow right here below that eyebrow too that's pretty dark, and the hair follows, radiates from the eye as well. So from the nose and then from the eye. I can see it kind of sweep down away. It's darkest right here. Turn on this one. Change it a little bit. You can see a little bit of the shadow come through. Now you can see this part of his hair is coming into his eyebrow. Lightly, lightly up here. See how it's dark right here? Like an S curve. And while my hand's over here, I'm going to do the ear as well. And the ear is darker than the face. So I'm going to try to just draw the shape of those little teardrops, like this teardrop here. And then this next teardrop. I'm drawing it in little clumps. And I'll make the bottom of that ear even darker. This side of the space. Remember how it's darker right here? It's got volume. There's a highlight here and it's darker right here. So I'm grouping some of these lines together to give it a pattern. Look at the shadow right beneath that eyebrow. Big shadow right here. this is going to be darker than his eyebrow, and that'll help his eyebrow stand out more, pop forward more. So I know that eyebrow ends kind of like right here. So I'm going to draw more lines radiating from the head right here. And that's going to make it, and I'll have to cross it a little bit. Cross those lines a little bit every once in a while, so that the eyebrow starts to end up looking like it's coming forward toward me. Right here it looks a little darker too. I can see a lot of shadow between his cheek here and underneath his ear. But that's, I'm not sure if I should draw that or not. I'm gonna try to create a little bit of a silhouette here, because I'm not gonna draw the rest of his body. So I'm just gonna kind of darken in that edge a little bit. I'll darken right below his ear here. And like what we did on this side, I'm gonna draw like little teardrop shapes. And I'm just kind of following that same, and the ear's even gonna be darker. I'm pushing my pencil really hard. And there's a difference between his ear and his head. So I'm trying to create a little bit of difference there. See that? And sometimes I'll just kind of indicate that by drawing almost like a line. See how it's not a flat edge? This isn't a flat edge, so I'm going to accent the silhouette to make it look like it's not quite perfect, because his hair is curvy. Oh, isn't that adorable? Hey, I hope you had fun drawing with me. Be sure to subscribe to the Sketchy Fan Club so I can send you like tips or new videos that come out and things like that. Stay sketchy. See you later.